In society today, we are being attacked constantly with inauthentic conversations. Fakeness, trying to look cool, trying to be somebody we're not. That is why the Damn Dude podcast is here to have the authentic conversations that need to be had in a way that will make you think and say, Damn Dude.
What up, everybody? What is good? Welcome to the Damn Dude podcast.
Damn Dude.
This is season 3, episode 51, and I'm your host, California Cal. Welcome to the show, you guys. Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is a show where we have the conversations that need to be had in a way that'll make you think and say, damn, dude.
Damn Dude.
Damn, dude.
You know, why does my microphone sound so freaking quiet right now? Hold on. Hello, hello, hello. Okay, I'm not trying to blow a hole through your speakers. Okay, sorry about that, guys. Actually, no, why am I sorry? That has nothing to do with me, honestly. That's just the equipment being weird. It kind of needs to go up and then down in order to come to this happy, sweet spot that the soundboard likes to be at. And I swear my soundboard's not ghetto, so... Anyways, welcome to the show, you guys. Like I said, this is season 3, episode 51, and welcome. This show exists to help educate, entertain, and make an impact on the different contexts and perspectives that we have in life, because I truly believe that the more access we have to different contexts and perspectives, the easier, smoother, doper, and just flat out cooler life is. You dig? With that being said, where do I want to go here first? Okay, I'm going to tell a quick story, and then we're going to get into some deeper shit. Cool piece of history that I learned about my family in recent times are any of you guys familiar with Old Abe? The story of Old Abe. Old Abe was an eagle, and he was an eagle from Wisconsin, like an actual bald eagle. And Old Abe is a war hero. So if you look up the story, like the story of Old Abe, he's a war hero. So what's interesting is, like, I recently learned, because my Norwegian side of the family is from Wisconsin. Norway than Wisconsin. So, but my family's been in Wisconsin for a long time. And my great uncle, his brother, I guess that would make him my great uncle also. But there's a reason that it's like, I don't know if they're related exactly or blood related or what, I don't know. But my great uncle, his brother, we didn't know him or know stories of him very well. So that's why it's kind of said like that, I guess. I'm realizing right now. My great uncle Gino's brother, Clarence, as a kid, went and found the egg that Old Abe was in. So, forgive me if I butcher this story a little bit. I've just learned it. So, the parents of Old Abe, something happened to the dad, and then something happened to the mom, and then I'm butchering the story a little bit, but you could look it up. Literally, the story of Old Abe, Wisconsin. Something, I forget the year, but it comes up. And so I guess Clarence, he found the egg in the nest when the parent eagles had died, and he was just a little kid. So I guess he gave the egg to somebody, and then that other person got all the credit for being the one to find the egg, but it was actually my great uncle's brother, Clarence, my great uncle Gino's brother, Clarence, who is the one who actually found it and delivered it and rescued it, because it would have gotten eaten by the other eagles.
Damn, dude.
Crazy, right? Like, what a trip. I knew nothing about any of this. I had no idea who Old Abe was. I didn't know the story. I didn't know that my family had a relation to it. Like, that's fucking cool, man. Like, dude, like within my lineage and my ancestry, like we have somebody who's responsible for like a fucking, saving a bald eagle, and then that eagle's like responsible for helping save this and that. No, it's just like, holy moly, dude. All right, like, damn, that's pretty fucking cool, right? Yeah, so that's interesting. So something that I came to, especially within ceremony recently, was, and the observation, I guess, and the realization and the experience of when, how do you say it? When human beings go through the process of unraveling different layers of inauthenticity. Now, when I say that, I don't mean anything like, let me define this a little bit. So, dude, what? Hold on. Hello, why is my mic tweaking? It's like going up and down for some reason. Okay. We got proper sound again. Okay, we there? Alrighty, guys. So, to see people, if you know what it means to do the work, like, if you're listening to this show, you are somebody who does the work. Otherwise, all this shit would just be absolutely irritating and you wouldn't even get it. You would think I'm saying nonsense and making stuff up and whatever. And I get it. That's very valid, right? Like, when people talk about stuff you don't understand, it seems fucking crazy and weird and invalid. So, when I look at authenticity as being authentic or inauthentic, I'm referring to the layers of stories that we tell ourselves, and then we come from this place of where our stories are valid, and we are like speaking almost purely from the place of validating our stories rather than speaking on behalf of reality and your own power and your own truth and what you really believe in. Right? So, like, to be authentic is what my whole goal with this show is. It's just the speech of authenticity. And there's times where I'm not being authentic and I'm sharing things inauthentically, and I don't mean to. It's just when it's like when a certain level of healing has or hasn't been done around certain subjects or different things in your life, or you haven't looked at things, or things are trying to surface that you need to look at and heal, or whatever the case may be, you can feel these things. So it's like, if we were to look at this like an onion, if you were to peel back the layers, what's authentically in the middle at the heart of your onion? Right? Like, what's the feeling? What's the purity? Is it healthy? Is it this, that, right? There's so many ways you could take this, obviously. And through all the stories that we've accumulated as adults, where's the authentic version of us versus just a bunch of data we've collected about what we think stuff is?
Damn, dude.
Because really, we don't know fucking shit. And the more that you know, the less you know. It's like being such an expert that you miss out on the casual things of life, the things that are to be smaller and just appreciated and not intellectualized. Just be felt, right? And it's like sometimes that's often how we block our blessings, is by being too smart. We already know. We already understand. We already this. We already that. And that is what I consider being inauthentic. It doesn't mean you're being fake. It doesn't mean that you're a fake person. It doesn't mean that you're doing anything like that. It's just the place that you're coming from is not a place or space of authenticity. And it's not bad. It's not to be judged. It's not good, bad, right, or wrong. It's just like one communicates better than the other. And that's why it's like, what's the difference between somebody sharing a very beautiful, compelling story versus where it's like you really fucking feel it and you're in it, versus somebody just saying some shit and you're just like, okay. Right? It's like there's a level of authenticity behind it. And when you have conversations with people who are just like, yeah, oh my God, da-da-da, this and that. And it's weird because what's supported most on the internet is inauthenticity. Authenticity is becoming cooler. It is. At this point in time, there's a turning point where authenticity is becoming cooler and people are deciding that. And I used to talk a lot about this in the early episodes where it's like, dude, fuck all this. We need to be authentic. We need to make authenticity and open conversations fucking cool. We're making open conversations and authenticity cool, right? And that's the thing is like, when you look at like pictures on Instagram or Facebook or whatever the fuck, right? And you're scrolling through and you see all these kids or families or whatever propped up, and it's like, oh, this and that time, and oh, my besties, and oh, look at it. It's like, oh, best friend time, or this and that. And it's like pretty fucking inauthentic. Why, you might ask? Because when you're with your real fucking friends and you're really spending real time, there's no time to take pictures or broadcast it or fucking whatever. Like, the people that I have the deepest, realist conversations with, like, you guys have no idea. Because we're not like, oh, yeah, look at me and my bestie talking about it. It's like, no, we just talked about some real motherfucking shit. And if you're not on that level, then it's like, what? That's why these are my best friends or whatever, right? Or the people that I confide in or talk to or whatever. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, we all have our level. It doesn't matter where, up, down, whatever. I think it's just a matter of understanding our level of authenticity we come from. And when we look at life through the context and perspective and lens of, am I being authentic or inauthentic? Where am I coming from right now? So this is going to specifically piss a couple people off. Oh, I hear parrots outside. Dude, there's parrots outside. That's fucking awesome. Oh, okay. Where was I going? Pissing people off. Okay. To be cold, when you just go outside somewhere, it's cold. I'm cold. That is inauthentic. I got a handful of people who are seething right now. All the closest people that I like confide in don't like the cold and claim to be cold quickly. And it's the funniest, most triggering thing that I talk shit about with my like close people, where I'm like, no, you're not cold. You are just relating to it's your relationship to the cold that it is. Because if you just stop identifying as I am cold, it is cold. It's just like, okay, it feels cold. And there's a big difference. And it's funny, it's stupid, whatever. But no, it's actually really fucking deep because it's a metaphor for way more things than just feeling cold. And that's the idea and why I talk about it a lot, because it's a metaphor that's way, way, way deep. It's not the cold. You aren't the cold. You have warmth in your body. If you were cold, you'd be dead or a fucking reptile or you're a lizard person. And if you're listening to this, you're probably not any of those. Right? So it's like, to be authentic about the situation of stepping outside and it feels chilly, it feels cold, is that it feels cold. I am not cold. It's not cold. You can't make me cold. I have to choose to be cold. If I want to be cold, I'll be cold. And it's like, if you say, and you are aware that you're cold and you want to be cold and you're fully choosing to be cold and you're okay with complaining or whatever the fuck, cool, perfect. That's dope. It's like, as a community, it's like we just ask to understand where you're coming from. Because how easy, it's cold, it's hot, it's always to something. It's something will always be to something, no matter what. You could have your favorite fucking song, your favorite fucking smells, your favorite fucking pillow, your favorite fucking whatever. And there are those people who will be like, I don't like this. That's ugly. That's uncomfortable. That's this. That's that. And nobody's right or wrong. It just is. Right? But it's like, how authentic can you be about it and with yourself and with each other in the midst of it? So many people just go to being inauthentic so fast and talking about this or that, or it's got to be this or this or that. It's like, dude, what's inside your onion? Are you even fucking peeling any layers back? You know what I mean? It's like, and if you're not going to peel the layers back on your onion, because if let's take a look at this, and it's like, okay, who were you as a child before you were hurt? And if you were raised into the hurt and all you know is hurt, I can relate in my own version. I've experienced some goodness, and I believe that everybody, no matter how shitty your situation was, experienced some moment and perception and feeling of not pain. And sometimes that's as good as life can fucking feel, is just things not fucking hurting for a moment. And that's perfectly okay too, because that's a version of joy. It's a version of peace. It's a version of calm. Lean into it. Learn how to do it more often. Right? So here's the thing, is when we're kids, we are the sprout that's inside of an onion. And if you let an onion sit in it long enough, it just grows a new green sprout out of it. So what happens is, as we're children, we are the little green sprout. Our parents are the onion before us, right? And as we sprout, we start building up layers around us. And that, in turn, is our onion. Well, what are these layers of your onion peels? What are they? Well, it's what your subconscious, your child self, your decisions you've made in life, your never agains, your fuck that, your I will always this, I will never that. All of those things become hardened layers of your onion. And then soon you just build this tough skin and this tough skin and this tough skin, and then soon the dirt can't even penetrate you. And the love can't penetrate you. So many people just grow their onion and stop. No. As human beings, it's our duty to grow as the onion we are, and then peel that motherfucker back and enjoy the sweet goodness of it. And if you don't like onions, pick a different fucking vegetable or fruit. You see what I'm saying? So it's like all those layers, the never again, this, that, I'm scared. Your fears that you believe in. I'm scared of dogs. I'm scared of men. I'm scared of relationships. I'm scared of love. I'm scared of whatever the fuck. I'm scared of swimming. I'm scared of the ocean. I'm scared of the blah, 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 blah. You could say fucking anything. There's people who are scared of fucking mayonnaise and pickles and cotton and water, and it just is infinite. The world is infinitely full of things to be scared of. So here's the thing, is how real are you going to be with yourself to where it's like, yo, these things scared me, and this doesn't have to be my final relationship with it. For me, ever since I was a little kid, dogs would try to attack me. I've always had this thing with dogs, and I think there's some sort of karmic cycle where in a past life I had to be some kind of dog abuser or something, or I'm a fucking cat or whatever, right? But the thing is like, dogs have always just like, I've perplexed them and they perplex me. Like, me and dogs just have this weird, like, I don't get you sort of vibe to each other. And it's like, okay, fair enough. And can I show up newly for when I see a dog, when one walks around the corner, whenever? And can I provide myself with a new lens on what the possibility of how cool a dog can be? Can I provide that for myself? Can you provide that for yourself? How cool can you be when a new relationship runs around? How cool can you be when a new job opportunity runs around, or whatever? A new situation arises. How cool can you be? How much can you stand in gratitude and stand in the juicy beauty, good parts of the inner layers of your onion with understanding, rather than being your hardened shell? So it's like when people do the work, when people participate in ceremony, when people practice meditating, when people engage in the Great Spirit, when people engage in the world of 4D and understanding the difference in the relationship of 3D to 4D, the third dimension, the fourth dimension, like, there's just a whole new space of humanity that exists, a whole new level and opportunity of authenticity to arise. And it's like when people do ceremony and people crack through and unpeel the layers of their onion and get to enjoy the fruits of who they are, basically, it's like, oh, hey, there you are. Welcome back. And it's interesting because it's like, oh shit, like, all of us agreed to be here in some capacity from spirit to human. Like, why did you agree to be here? Why did you choose to have this experience as your human experience? Right? And it's like, I understand and know that I signed a fucking contract that said, this is the fucking life I signed up for. My higher self, my spirit being knew what this life entailed and understood that there are lessons here on earth that we can only learn on earth as human beings. And you cannot learn as any other sort of thing. So to come and be able to be a part of this human experience together, to be able to get back to your place of authenticity, your inner self, your inner child, to connect with your own inner child, to remember and honor and recreate that. For me, I feel like I missed out on a lot of my childhood. And that's why, like, you can often see me engaging in playing and just, I don't care. Like, I care and I don't care. I'm present and I'm playing, and like, I have no fucking clue what I'm doing, and I know exactly what the fuck I'm doing. And ever since I've been able to step into that space, it's been absolutely divinely beautiful.
Damn, dude.
And I say that because it's like the welcoming of the masculinity in me and the femininity in me. Because both those spirits exist. Because I am my mother's child and because I am my father's child, how can it not? Because I have love for women, because there's women who love me, because I'm a man, that's a thing. And here's the thing. Men, dumbass. I'm just kidding. Well, not really. Men, you guys, you have to allow the femininity in you to flow. You have to let it in and flow. That doesn't mean that doesn't mean you're gay. It doesn't mean you're this or that or any of this other shit. If you think like that, then I think you're gay. How's that? And if you're gay, that's cool. I'm just, you know what I'm saying? If you're listening to this, you can understand jokes. Let's just say that. And if you want to be offended, that's fine. Go for it. That's up to you to look at as to why you're so offended by the word gay. So it's a beautiful thing. Right? So, men, if you cannot tap into your own feminine energy that exists inside you, if you can't even admit that, then how can you accept and receive the love of a woman? What makes you think you deserve the love of a woman? A good woman, real, authentic love. If you can't stand strongly in your own feminine that exists inside of you, and with the understanding that your masculine is right fucking there always, no matter what, too. The thing is, just having awareness of which is which and knowing how to let them flow and play and be and dance and let that fire and water and air and earth and all the elements just do its fucking dance. Right? Without fire, we can't have wind. Without wind, we can't have water. Without water, we can't have earth. And you can put that fucking any direction 1 trillion times, and it will never change the fact of what it is. Now, there's another element, which is the fifth element, which is that of the magic that exists inside of all the elements that make them work as a whole. Because the earth can't be earth, the fire can't be fire, the wind can't be wind, and the water can't be water without life. What is it that gives those elements life? It is spirit. I'm just giving you the answer. It's spirit. It's soul. It's spirit. It's the great spirit. Life. God. Universe. However you contextualize that. Whatever resonates for you. So that's the thing, is there's a fifth element at play at all motherfucking times. I think it's really wise to tap into that fifth element and work from that way, because that is the source of all sources. We can't have land, air, water, fire without the source of what the fuck it all is. And many alchemists and scientists and historians and whoever the fuck all agree that it is a great mystery of what the actual very first physical thing to be about ever was. They all agree it's a great mystery. And that's what we call and welcome and honor and know as Great Spirit, God. Pachamama, Mother Nature, Mother Earth. That's it. The earth is the child of the sun and the moon. And because of that, that's information. And there's life that exists and keeps existing and keeps moving and all of these things. And this is why it's so important to tap in to an authentic state, to know when and where and what authenticity is or isn't, when we're being it, coming from it or not, and just being real and taking life and honoring it in a ceremonious manner. Because so many people just live life like it's some shit to just do. It's like, no, it's meant to be honored and respected and praised and great and be grateful for and loved and engaged in, and the depths of it are meant to be dived into, and the pains are meant to be healed, and the experiences are meant to be experienced, and the doubt is supposed to be the doubt, so that way the fucking joy can be the joy and the excitement can be excitement. And I'm going to wrap all this up just by saying that if we are anxious and we are worried, we are not in a state of gratitude. That does not mean that you don't appreciate your life. That doesn't mean you're not grateful overall. It just means in that moment, you are lacking gratitude in your present moment. That's all that is. So stop, be grateful for your socks, be grateful for an opportunity to feel nervous, and just fucking go. You know what I mean? Peel the layers back. Do not be scared of this shit. This is the work we need to do. And these are the conversations that need to be had. Right? This is episode 263 in total. You guys, I was reminded that just a couple years ago, I was asking on Facebook, what is a podcast? I literally did not know what one was. So, if you've got a deep story and you've got if you've got things that you interpret and you understand and you see differently, or there's just not enough time to tell all your stuff, make a fucking podcast. Start, document, treat it as your journal. Just learn to love it, because this shit helps so many people in ways that are unbelievable. And the amount of conversations and depth and all of this is the result of us just sharing our stories the way that we share them, because only you can understand your own depth. And it's up to you to take responsibility for it. So, I think that if you're listening to this show, you should start your own. Why? Because you're curious about shit. We're not talking about regular shit on this show. You know what I mean? And if you're curious about that, dude, just document it, because the more you have documented while you're very ignorant or new or inexperienced, the better, the so much better, because it just paints such a clear picture. And that's why I kind of, in this funny way, love looking at my older episodes and just absolutely cringing over how, like, wow, okay, and this is how far I've came. I can feel how much I care or don't care, or I'm being authentic or inauthentic in all my episodes when I listen to them. I know. You know what I mean? All you guys know. You guys hear my bullshit. Sometimes I'm in the middle of saying it and then I listen back. I'm like, oh, yikes, I sound like a dummy. And I do. So what? I challenge you to sound dumber than me. Can you handle it? So, you guys, do this shit. And, you know, if you're a listener of this, like, do it. You can come on my show and practice. You just got to come out here. And probably participate in ceremony and some other crazy nature shit. And, anyways, you guys, I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. Discover and maintain and hold authenticity and inauthenticity when and where. And let's fucking go from there, you guys. You guys rock. Life is crazy, dude. I'm grateful for this. As hard as it's been, as hard as it is, stressful as it can be, it's beautiful. Surf by the 38, the sun touch your face. Nothing beach, nothing the last one's appear still, and it's gonna be me and you.
Damn, dude.
Steffi, start a podcast now. Mingo, start a podcast now. Have a beautiful day. Much love. Peace.
Damn, dude.
Damn, dude.